Early this month, a Washington, D.C. law firm did not find evidence of widespread racism within Boise's police department. But the lead investigator did find some other shortfalls, and he made recommendations about how the department can address those. Mayor Lauren McLean hired the firm after a former BPD captain shared racist and discriminatory views online. Abby Davis sat down with Chief Ron Winegar earlier today. Abby, what were the big takeaways from your conversation today?
Well, Brian, everyone heard these results from the investigation for the first time just last week. Winegar says it's a lot to sort through, but they're hoping to rebuild some damaged relationships and restore trust within the community. It's been a long 6 months for the Boise Police Department.
I was grateful that what I felt all along in my heart of hearts was that we did not have a problem with widespread racism within the agency.
That's what a Washington, D.C. firm found during its investigation into BPD. In more than a week after lead investigator Michael Bromwich's presentation,
and the scope was quite broad.
Chief Ron Winegar is looking toward the future.
We are looking back certainly and trying to examine all of the recommendations that were made verbally to us.
Some of those recommendations revolve around how BPD hires and promotes people. At the end of the day, Bromwich said former Captain Matt Bringleson most likely never should have been promoted in the first place. His racist and discriminatory beliefs spurred the entire investigation.
The overall diagnosis was that he had the right contacts, that he was a member of an internal club within BPD where members took care of each other.
What you're really trying to boil down to is, do we cover for each other for misbehavior in law enforcement in general or in the police department?
Winegar doesn't think so.
It's not so much about covering for bad behavior, but raising the expectations of all behavior, because we tremendously understand the need for a relationship and trust, and we can't have that if officers or members of our agency are doing things that are not appropriate.
He also pushed back on Bromwich's claim that BPD has not failed any academy recruits over the past decade.
The average flunk out rate at academies, police departments around the country, tend to be anywhere between 10 and 25%. If you're failing no one, your standards are not high enough.
The academy is fairly academic. And so if I would say personally, if you are firing 25% of the people out of your academy, you probably have a hiring problem more than a standards problem.
Winegar says just because they don't usually fail people out of the academy doesn't mean their standards are low.
12% of the people we have hired over the last 10 years were given the opportunity to resign or separated in their probationary status that first year or so of employment.
Despite that number, Winegar believes the investigation raised important questions.
Are there things we need to change? Are there things we need to tweak or improve upon so that we don't have a repeat of the situation that we find ourselves in today?
He says they're still trying to find answers. Bromwich also brought up staffing shortages during his presentation, saying BPD should be selective in filling its spots. Winegar believes they already are. If anything, he says they've actually increased hiring standards over the year. But Brian, we should also point out that these are really just preliminary findings,
right?
Because the city ran out of money. Bromwich and his team didn't get to review the 105,000 documents that were meant for this investigation. So again, very preliminary.
And he made it clear when he presented his findings that, $500,000 that was given to him, or $650,000 from the city of Boise, pales in comparison to the similar investigation they did with Baltimore PD, where they spent like $5.5 million.
Yeah, millions and millions compared to the $650,000 that the city gave to this firm.
So maybe that internal investigation, or external, I should say, can kind of turn things a little more internal now for Boise PD and fix some of those spots. All right, thanks, Abby.